Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. This is a motto that Disney lived by and encouraged everyone else to follow. Disney was a kind-hearted and inspiring young man who spent a majority of his life trying to build a place where people could go and escape their everyday lives. He dreamt to build a place where people from all walks of life could come and just be happy. My personal connection with Walt Disney is through the magic of Walt Disney World. I've traveled there with my family and will be traveling there in June with my two best friends for our senior trip. Walt Disney has brought me two of the most amazing friends I could ever ask for and is giving us the opportunity of a lifetime to make lifelong memories. Overall, Walt Disney is a remarkable person. He has flourished despite his early hardships. He has achieved his goals and dreams, and he reminds us that it's the simple things in life that matter. My first point of my tribute to Walt Disney is how he flourished despite early hardships. According to an article called 7 Things You Should Know About Walt Disney from History.com, Disney grew up in a very poor family. He was born in Chicago, and early on in his life, his family moved to a farm in Marceline, Missouri. They were there for a few years, but his family was unable to make ends meet. So his family relocated to Kansas City, where his father bought a newspaper route. This was really hard for his family, so Walt Disney helped whenever he could. He would work before and after school and on the weekends to help make ends meet. However, this was to no avail, and 7 years later, he and his family relocated to Chicago. According to the Disney-sponsored website D23, Disney dropped out of high school in 1917 at the age of 16 to enlist in the Army. He was really passionate about World War I, but he was turned away due to his young age. This only encouraged him more, and he joined the Red Cross. The Red Cross sent him overseas for 1 year, and he became an ambulance driver who chauffeured around officials. The war really was a harsh reality to him. He saw how cruel and awful people could be, and he saw the pain and suffering that people went through who were involved in the war. This made him realize that he should do everything in his power to bring happiness to the world. He didn't have a picture-perfect childhood, but he did overcome all of the hardships in his life. He overcame poverty. He had to go through everything he went through in the war, and he also had to go through the death of his first wife, Lillian. Although all of these were really hard for him, he flourished, and it made him into the remarkable person he is known for today. To review my first main point, to honor him, he flourished despite his hard beginnings. My second main point is that although all of these difficult things happened to him, he made positive things out of them. To continue my tribute, Walt Disney achieved all of his goals and dreams. In accordance to a bibliography found on imdb.com, Disney has a record of 59 Oscar nominations. He also holds a record for breaking streaks in consecutive Oscar wins. This includes 7 from 1934 to 1940 and 6 from 1951 to 1956. He also in his lifetime, he received 950 honors and citations throughout the world. This includes 48 Academy Awards and 7 Emmys. He was also awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. This is the single highest civilian award in existence, and it's given to someone who is integral to the shaping of our country. He is one of the few people who have ever gotten this award. According to an article titled 31 Facts You Should Know About Walt Disney on Inc.com, Disney spent a majority of his adulthood life building Disneyland. When he wasn't spending time making movies or trying to make people smile, he was building this dream world where people of all ages could go and forget the complexities of life. After completing his dream of Disneyland, it was opened in July 17, 1955, and he began his next adventure, his biggest adventure. Disney was just a small town kid with big dreams. He grew up on a farm, which gave him a lot of free time to do some drawings and make his cartoons. He never knew that those drawings and all of his dreams would come true and bring them to the success that it did. Walt Disney achieved all of his goals and dreams. To finish my tribute, I'll give you the third reason why Disney is a remarkable person. Disney reminded us that it's the simple things in life that matter. According to an article found on D23.com, in 1928, Walt Disney introduced his iconic character, Mickey Mouse. Mickey debuted in the first ever sound synchronized cartoon, Steamboat Willie. Walt Disney liked to say, we should all never forget one thing. It all started with a mouse. All of his big dreams and all of the legacies that he left behind were brought by this one mouse. He never knew that just one thing that he made to make kids smile would have such a big impact. According to his bibliography on imdb.com, he states, I don't make pictures to make money. I make money to make more pictures. He didn't start his business to make money. He made cartoons and the public saw them and they absorbed it. Disney aspired to make people happy and give them a place where they could forget their troubles and just be happy. Disney aspired to make people happy, and he wanted to make the world a better place while he was on it. And I think he accomplished his goal. To review my third main point, Disney reminded us that it's the simple things in life that matter the most. Disney didn't know that the things he would love most, like drawing and making people happy, would make him so successful. Disney is a remarkable person, and I think he should be considered when we are thinking of people like him. He took the complexity of his childhood and he made the best of it. He was impoverished while he was little, but that just made him work hard, and this hard work would pay off in the end. It set a good example for the kind of work that he would have to do for the rest of his life. He accomplished many of his goals and dreams, and he made people happy through his cartoons and attractions. Disney may not be here anymore, but he left behind his biggest dream yet, Walt Disney World. Although he passed away due to lung cancer before Walt Disney World was opened in 1971, it continues to bring endless happiness to people all over the world every day. Although he may not be here, he lives on through